What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode we are going to be looking at XRP, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, QQQ, and the S&P 500. Guys, there is so much to talk about. I'm just overall I'm very excited because all the cryptocurrencies and the stock market is down. This is like amazing opportunities that we don't see that often. I mean, when is the market on sale and discounted this heavily? We're talking about the stock market being down a total of 9.6% from its peak. This is quite a big discount, 10% off. I'm shooting for like 15 and 20% off, but we'll see if that actually happens here. But then you go into like cryptocurrencies like XRP and stuff like that, and we're down freaking 44% off. It is unreal and unbelievable. Last we left off yesterday, we made a video talking about how this is absolutely freaking ridiculous that the markets are still dumping lower. All I can say is I haven't bought in just yet. We are waiting for the time to buy in and long it to the upside. And until that happens, we're going to just sit patiently. Honestly, we're just going to be sitting patiently because we are still well within a beautiful descending fractal, lower high, lower low formation. I don't know how much more textbook downtrend we can get than what is forming on some of these cryptos. This is Solana specifically here. But you can see this. I did not mean to screenshot that. You can see I've drawn kind of my, and I know some of you guys are going to attack me in the comments because you think I'm some sort of fortune teller, magician that can tell the future. If I did, I wouldn't be sharing it with you guys. FYI, I wouldn't be telling you if I knew the answer. But I am trying to figure out which direction we go to, and I'm just talking out loud what goes on in my brain. And I've been right a fair few times here, but you can see in this downtrend for months since we're going back January. So since the start, it's crazy. Since January 1st, practically since inauguration, we've been dropping. That's pretty ironic. And it's almost like every year. We did this like a couple years ago. This is right around January 18th, a little earlier. We've fallen 58%. Solana, absolutely unbelievable. But check out like January 1st here, like the start in 2023. We did the same thing. We just tanked. We fell about, let's see, 37% until January 23rd. That's not as bad. I mean, but the stock market really was the one that saw its plummet to the downside here. You can see here, pulling up S&P, like this was right around, where are we? Here we go. Right around January 1st of 2022. Right after the pandemic, just immediately dumped all the way. Took maybe mid to end of the year before we started to hit a bottom and reverse up. Will we see that now? That's certainly up for debate. We'll talk about that when we get to that point. But for the time being, looking at these cryptos, there's certainly a good chance that we could head lower, but also a good chance that we might have bottomed out short term and could start to consolidate back up. It's really going to be up for discussion. I drew my two possibilities here, which is either a dump. We're going to consolidate, hit resistance that we've done consistently here. Notice each time we hit resistance, we fall. Each time we hit it, we fall. We hit it, we fall. We hit it, we fall. So we can do the same thing and fall again, or we'll finally get enough balls to break through it, enough volume, and we'll rally up right and hit moving average, which would not be a bullish breakout. I mean, in a sense it would be, but all we would be doing is recovering to the moving average, which is neutrally where the price should be. So with that being said, though, definitely make sure to smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's get right into today's episode. So guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, remember BYDFI is still doing its trading competition. BYDFI has been around for 5 years and going. 2020 it was when it was incepted, or in the inception of on BYDFI here, and you can see the trading volume rewards. They're doing weekly ROIs, so each person can win with the highest ROI can get a $300 bonus every week for the next 4 weeks. It ends April 1st though, so we've been going since March 5th. We have trading volume of $300 in rewards for free, and then a $5, $3, and $200 ROI ranking. Whoever's in the top will get free rewards, and it's not bonus crypto unlike other giveaways here. This is just free crypto deposited into your account. You can do whatever you want with, which is super cool. The link is down in the description below, so definitely make sure to check it out. And it's for people that trade over 100K in volume, which is extremely easy to do. That's a 10x or like a 20x. It's extremely easy to hit that, but obviously there's risk in leverage trading, so definitely do your due diligence. But for those that are already trading, with the link down below, you've already registered, you're already entered in this, so you could just get free crypto randomly one day. So it's just something cool I wanted to update you guys. I like to update on all the BYDFI promos that are going on here. We'll talk about BYDFI later on in today's episode though, but right now we're down 2.9% and continuing here. Otherwise, the market don't look too bad. Ethereum's down 10%. Bitcoin 2. These other cryptos are about 3 to 8%. Really not too shabby, not too bad across the board here, though. Obviously, still sliding lower. It's certainly going to be up for debate and quite interesting to say the least here. But you can see something like XRP. We are starting to see this descending broadening wedge. Like there's a lot of fractals here. And even though this shows that we are falling, like we're down 2 to 10%, you can see we are honestly heading up. But in the past 24 hours, we're down. But right now, we are starting to skew up. And when you look at some of these cryptos, we don't look like we're falling at all. I guess they're only comparing this little blip down and then the little blip back up. So it's really, it's very minor, not worth paying attention to. But we'll start with XRP here. We have made it very clear in yesterday's episode, and I'm going to go over it again today, elaborate today. Again, we have a solid support in green, clear as day here. And you can see where we've used it numerous times as support. We're retesting that today. It's definitely weary. We have a beautiful bull flag, descending broadening wedge, I believe, where we're falling, but we're extending out. Unlike Solana, which is narrow and the same lines, XRP is more broadening, so it gets wider as we head lower here. So each time we fall, it's much larger than the last. Well, we finally caught up with the moving average, and we finally caught up with our price floor. So the goal is we hold on to this, and we head up. This is the goal. Ideally, we're looking for something like this. I call it like a troll bridge. We're trying to get across this bridge here, and if we slip, we are going to dump very, very, very far, very fast with a lot of volume. Ideally, we typically move across, and that's what we're going to expect to see again. You can see we've done it in the past here consistently, so we're looking for that same thing to happen now. Move across. Once we get across, what we're looking for, ideally, is to breach resistance and rally out. A bull flag, descending broadening wedge. That's typically the pattern we see here. Descending broadening wedge. Check it out. Is a pattern that heads downwards with the price objective of heading up. So if we look at XRP, that's the pattern we're forming here. Some of you guys were referencing a reverse head and shoulders. That is, or just a head and shoulders pattern. That is certainly a possibility here. Check out what a head and shoulders looks like. You can see here, and it typically breaks down. So, I mean, either or is possible. It certainly adds some mix to here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, neckline, and we drop. So if we go to XRP here, what you guys are referencing, which it is possible. I don't see it fully completed yet, but shoulder, head, maybe, and another shoulder possibly that we have left, which could cause that next breakout though. That could be like, this could be the reverse head and shoulders like that. I wouldn't consider this to be accurate. These two are. I don't know if I'd consider that to be. Certainly possible, though, but time will tell where the support is. And it also goes into alignment with what I said, that if we break down from that, we're going to see a very solid drop. If we break up, certainly no means a large drop, but it could then form this head and shoulders pattern, which would honestly be pretty accurate, and then we'll send it to the downside here. Like I said, I think XRP and the markets have one last hoorah left in it, and it could be something like this. Certainly don't expect it to be massive, but this could send us into May. Like I said, first quarter of this year, we could have one final possible run to the upside, and then we're never seeing these prices again for another like 3 to 4 years. Hate to break it to you. So certainly that's where my mind's at. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. We'll do these trades on BYDFI, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange, guys. There's plenty of money to be made even with shorts. Like, even if we dump and drop it off the side of the cliff, there's still room to go on XRP and short it to the downside, which is exactly what we're going to do. We're also tracking this sort of downtrend here, clear as day, on BYDFI on the XRP charts. Some sort of fractal. We'll delete these for right now, but you can clearly see the lower high, lower low pattern filling in the gap. If we confirm closure below support like we're trying to, no luck right now, but if we do, we'll short it. We break the resistance, we'll long it. It's very simple. All this is done on BYDFI because BYDFI also has a reward center and then a demo trading account for you guys to take advantage of, which I think is really cool. So you can see you can earn up to $8,100 in free bonus cryptocurrency by clicking the link down in the description below. Get up to $8,100. They have daily rewards, exclusive rewards, hot rewards, daily rewards repeat every day, which is super cool. You get certain BYD points, and you can convert it into other things. You can convert it into, you can see I can get another 10 USDT. I can save up for 50 USDT, tons of options here. And you can then head over and also $10. I know that's not a lot, but that times 10x is 100. That times, 100x is 1,000. I mean, it can get pretty big. Obviously, a lot more risk, but it can get pretty big pretty quickly. They also have a demo trading account, allows you to trade around with 50K in demo money, practice your skills, get familiar with the exchange, learn how it works. Then you can head on over to the live trading account and use that bonus money. But aside from that, looking at these other cryptos, Solana, kind of already touched upon that. XRP, we spoke about that. Ethereum filling in the gap quite nicely. Gonna have to just extend this to make it make more sense for right now. We could even, I mean, I know it's crazy, but we could certainly like exclude where we started from and introduce this. It's certainly a possibility here. Might leave it like that for right now. I know that's crazy, but certainly still works here with this downtrend that we're starting to see take place. We could extend it out a little more. Still doesn't really matter, but you can see kind of the descending fractal. We then have Bitcoin, similar motion, descending broadening wedge, little run up. Filling in this gap, hitting nicely. I think we would also bridge across. That's what we're looking for. QQQ on the verge of heading down. I mean, we're now oversold. If there was ever a time to get in at a discount here, the time is now, because QQQ is down freaking, let's see. That's not what I wanted to do. Price range, we're down freaking 13%. I mean, now we're at 12%, but that's still a huge discount here. Last time we were at this level was back in September of 2024, so it was a while ago. So certainly an opportunity to grab some extra skin in the game as we are inside some sort of descending broadening wedge. This could be the bottom before we reverse up. It's certainly possible here. So, consider that wisely. Consider it to, take it for what it's worth. We have these kind of descending fractals and we rally out, and here's another one, and we rally out and we do the same thing here. It's very possible. Or we're falling off that cliff right now and we could hit 10% or 20%. Then we'll definitely get in. That's why I like the dollar cost average. But that is definitely it. This would be that first entry point like we've spoken about in the past here. Certainly a good buying opportunity. We have dropped below this in the past here. You can see just like this, we've fallen below and then we extend it out. So it's very possible the same thing could happen now. Or we'll head lower. Who knows what the plan was? Is it just a 10% drop, or are we expecting 20? Who knows? But otherwise, guys, that's it for today's video. Smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.